Super Mario 3D World vs. Little Inferno. It's battle video time again, and this time I had my kids pick a game without the other knowing which one the other picked. And this is what I got. I know it seems like a crazy thing to match up, but let's see how it goes. We then did a live event where the viewers picked the 5 categories to pick who is the winner of this battle video. So the categories are story, graphics, content, best use of the gamepad, and because almost everyone suggested it, sex appeal. Now, I just want to remind you guys, this is just my opinion on who would win in these categories. And remember, this is just a goofy video. Please don't take it too seriously. So with that said, story. Mario games have never been much about the story, and this is no exception. They see Bowser steal a pixie-looking creature, they follow him down a clear pipe to get her back. Now, Little Inferno, on the other hand, has a simple yet very strange story. You're getting letters from a neighbor which is laying out the story. So it's your job to burn different objects to keep warm while you're trying to solve the overall story of why you're doing it in the first place. To say Little Inferno gets confusing in the end is an understatement. However, I do have to give it to that game, as they actually gave you a compelling story to a game that's main goal is just to burn stuff. So Little Inferno wins on this one. Graphics. Little Inferno is a fireplace simulator, and so they really only have to get the fire effects down right, and put it in a nice fireplace to do it right. The fire effects do look nice. However, graphically, they do not hold a candle to Super Mario 3D World. That game is just gorgeous to look at. The creators of Little Inferno did as good as they could with the graphics, but there's no doubt 3D World looks better. Content. Ooh, this is a tough one. I think they both have different kinds of content. Mario 3D World has levels that you're going to want to replay over and over again. And Little Inferno has hidden actions you can do to get different bonuses when you burn things together. They do a good job of making you want to come back and play to find all those combinations. But when the rubber meets the road, it's a fairly short game. It can be beaten in around 5 hours. 3D World has hours and hours of content and bonus worlds to explore. So I think Super Mario 3D World wins this one. Best use of the gamepad. Mario 3D World uses the gamepad to do things in the world occasionally, like pulling out blocks or blowing into the mic to move a platform, or using it to stun the enemies. It's kind of gimmicky. Little Inferno is completely playable using the gamepad, and I'm not talking about off-TV play. I'm talking about using the touchscreen to play the game. It's actually the best way to play the game. Dragging things under the fireplace, quickly picking up what you want to burn. It's as easy as touching the screen. You just can't get any more convenient. They completely use the gamepad to its full potential, and that's the reason I think Little Inferno wins on this one. Sex appeal. So the category for some reason everyone loves is up. Which one is more sexy? 3D World or Little Inferno? There really is no question with this one. Even though Peach does show Mario her business, I still have to give it to Little Inferno. Fireplaces are sexy. Now with that being said, of the 3 fireplace simulators I've played, this one is the least sexy. Mainly because it's an actual game you have to do stuff in, and it's not just burning logs in a fireplace. But really, who wants to see a sun face staring at you while you're cuddling by the fire? However, I think the flames will still create a romantic mood, even if you're burning toys to get it. So the winner is Little Inferno. I would have never guessed that when I started this battle. I love Super Mario 3D World, but with these specific categories, Little Inferno is better. So that was my crazy battle video, which pitted up Super Mario 3D World versus Little Inferno. So if you'd like, you could check out the review for 3D World, or you can check out the review for Little Inferno. Or if you like this video, why don't you subscribe? There's gonna be more of these in the future, reviews, and even bargain bins, which are basically quick plays of really cheap games. And like always, I wanna thank you guys for watching.